All right, bear with me, guys. Trying to figure this out. There we go. What's up with my pixel? There we go. Move it out of the way. So I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously. Haha. There we go. Okay. Change the chat to all messages. Hopefully you guys can see love cards, mermaids, crows, maps, both earth decks, standard rider tarot deck that I generally use, and using the Egyptian tarot today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Grandma Gaines. You can call me Tracy. This is Bohippian Life. I am a reselling grandma on multiple platforms, but this second live stream of the day is all about the cards. Tarot cards, oracle cards, true love reading cards. If I had a standard deck of cards right here, we would probably use those as well. I am just getting set up over on the screen. I have my list started, and go from top chat to live chat. Not sure what's going on here. Not sure what's going on. There it is. I'm going to type in hello. Oops, that's not how you spell hello. And my email address. And I will highlight that. If anybody is interested in a free in-depth card reading. All right. There. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Setting it off to the side. And I will just shuffle the cards to get started. Waiting for people to show up. I hope everybody is having a beautiful day. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me turn my volume on over here to see if you can hear me. Oh yeah, you guys can hear me. All right. Perfect. So again, happy Friday, everybody. We made it. Get these cards shuffled. And we'll see who shows up. Generally, people show up and we don't have to wait long. Mustafa, hello. Welcome, my friend. How are you? You are first on the list. How are you? Oops. Making a mess. So we're going to do everything same as yesterday. If you weren't here yesterday, I'm going to use this tarot deck and you can pick your oracle. I am doing good. Thank you for asking. All right. These are for you, so you can pick any oracle deck you want, my friend. It's so cool. You're number one. Aniket, hello. Welcome back, my friend. You are number two. He's like, oh, we're on this again. There's your third card. Nope, not 1.5 today, my friend. You are a whole being this time. Congratulations. Mustafa, do you know what deck you would like to use? You can choose right now, any one of them. We have True Love, we have the Mermaids, we have the Crows, Maps, and both Earth decks, Earth Magic and Earth Wisdom. And while you're choosing, I'm going to start with your cards. Card in position 1. This position generally represents the past. Hathor. Hathor is a major arcana, represents the Hierophant. It's a positive card. It's a yes card. Good choice. Thank you. It's a yes card. And it says, seek wisdom from someone you know with wisdom and knowledge. They reveal the sacred. So you literally know this person. They don't have to be an older person with the experience. It can be a younger person who has already gone through life's lessons. So again, this person's been there, done that. They don't lie, and you don't have to fact check the things they tell you. So go to them, talk to them. They'll steer you in the right direction. And if they can't help you, they're at least a good ear to listen. And more important, they won't gossip about the things you say. So we know tarot has multiple meanings. The appearance of this card can also represent that there's been an unwelcome authority from someone like a parent. I like it too, Annika. I think it's a great idea. It gives people a chance to choose. And I like this setup the most so far. Mustafa, you also have the Four of Cups. 4 on the 1 through 10 cycle is an applying card. Cups are our emotions suit. And this card says, this card is a self-pity card. It says you're becoming a little self-obsessed and you need to get out more. It actually represents boredom. Now, you may have a routine, you may have a scheduled life, but it's, you're in a rut. So, boredom. More, because there's always two meanings. This card can also represent a missed opportunity. So, look for an opportunity you overlooked, but don't take so long deliberating over things that you miss out. Card in position 2 is generally the present and what is affecting us right now. Card in position 3 generally represents the future. This is Kansu, major arcana. This card represents the moon. If I have to make sure this is correct. Yes, the moon. It also is a neutral energy card. Represents a Pisces. It's a call for you to go on a journey of renewal, just like the moon does every month, so it can become new and full. Going on this journey will allow you to become unstuck, whatever it is. So the moon has multiple phases. Each phase represents something you're going to go through or have to go through, feeling something, an emotion. That's why it'll be an emotional time as well. But when you come out of this period of journey of renewal, to become unstuck, you, just like the moon, will be new and full. So take that time. Ashwin, hello, welcome. You are number 3. Surendar, hello, welcome. You are number 4. Let me get this card for Mustafa. All right. Perfect, Mustafa. I'm glad. First card you have for your oracle, two of them fell, is the wide open reverse. So again, these ones have two meanings, upright and reversed. Just getting my bearings here. So reversed, the wide open card represents possessiveness, envy, and jealousy. They're character flaws that you need to be careful of. It says you or someone else is closed off, unable to remain open to new ideas or quite possibly intimacy. Lizzie, hello, welcome. This gentle warning, it says a too tight of a hold on what you love or who you love or what you aspire to, it can choke the life out of what you desire. It says open your heart and loosen your grip. What is truly yours cannot be withheld from you. So if another is shutting you down, let that person be. Don't try to force a door open or a mind to open. Lizzie, you are number 5. And happy Friday to you, my dear. I hope all is well. Your second card is the Mountain card in the upright position. Yes, I hope all is well with you. This card says sometimes you come across what appears to be an insurmountable object, just like this mountain, that separates you from your success. You may think that climbing away and chiseling at it is the smartest way. My friend, that's not the right way. Be like the river that flows around the mountains naturally. You'll move past this obstacle relatively quick if you choose the easy way around. The card says now's the time to adapt to your circumstances. If you decide to climb, remember, one step at a time, opting for the next right action. Aniket, you are next. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. It doesn't look like it. Let's put these away. So, Aniket, that was the only thing that stopped you from taking that job, was you didn't know about where you were going to stay? I think Aniket needs to take another weekend or a long weekend, say Thursday through Monday. Go somewhere and put a whole bunch of applications and resumes in. All right, Aniket, this is for you. Oh, well, this is for you, my friend. And you can choose your oracle. If you already did, I apologize for not seeing it. Why do I have cards mixed up in here? At least they're all the same deck. That's my fear, is one day I'm going to shuffle them and there's going to be wrong deck mixed in. All right, we just need one more card. Oh, there's one more card for Aniket. Aniket, do you know what deck you would like to use as an oracle? We should be able to still see all of them. Perfect. Melissa, hello, welcome. You'll be number 6 on the list, Melissa. The Crow, perfect. Thank you. Don't let your coffee get cold. So the first card you have is the 7 of Discs, generally representing the past position. Sevens are a reorganizing card, and it represents a shift in perspective. The card says it's a waiting for the fruits of your labor to ripen. This card is a pause to appreciate and to decide to continue as is or adjust strategy. Remember, sevens are reorganizing cards on the 1 through 10 of the minor arcana. Pisces girl, thank you, my friend. Thank you. I'm not sure if we can hand out. Can we hand out free memberships? I'm not sure if we can do that yet. But Pisces girl, welcome, and I will add you to the list. You are number 7. That's a good number. It's one of my favorite numbers. And you guys all know I'm a Pisces. Crow. So again, 7 represents a need to reorganize. The 6 of Cups in the middle position generally represents what is going on with you right now, like the present, the current situation. 6 of Cups is 6 on the 1 through 10 scale. If anybody's new, this is what I'm reading out of my own little book. I got all kinds of stuff written down and scratched off. On the 1 through 10, 6 represent a flippant energy that something has just recently happened to take things to the next level. So the 6 represents leveling up, childlike wishes, first feelings, and first flutters. It can represent a reunion or the rekindle of something. The rekindle of something from the past. And when I say that, it can be a relationship, but it can be a hobby. It can be somewhere you used to visit, vacation, or it could be a career. Maybe you put it on the back burner and it's time to start it again. Something has happened to take things to the next level. 6, closer to a 10 than a 1, 10 being the completion, 1 being the start. The last card you have, Major Arcana, Hermakes. This card represents the Emperor. It's a positive card. It's a yes card. It represents an Aries and a fatherly figure. I have dates March 21st through April 20th with this card, Aniket. It is in your future position, and take note of Hermakes facing the future. Hopefully I'm pronouncing the names right. I do my best. So please give me some grace if I'm not. One more shuffle of these crows to get them really awake and ready. Oh, they're like, nope, not yet. There we knew. A crow for Aniket. So, the Emperor, fatherly figure, says exercise your authority but maintain your boundaries. And we all know what boundaries are. They're not walls to keep people out. They're doors to keep us safe. All right, Aroni, what is going on here, Aniket? Oh, all right, hold on to them. Don't throw them. We need an oracle for Aniket. And then Ashwin will be next. So apparently these cards are important. The first one you have is Soar. And it says, this card brings a rush of energy and an open channel to receive the information needed to progress quickly with confidence toward your goal. It is in this space that blocks are removed and events flow beautifully as you sail on to success. The next card you have, Growth. These are nice ones to have in order, my friend. Growth. This card directs your attention to areas of your life that have become remarkably different as a result of gaining an understanding or a skill you didn't possess before. This card may show that you're on a cusp of a growth spurt, as change will move your life in a new direction. You also have the Influence card, which is also a nice card to have, depending on your situation. Like impressionable teenagers, crows pick up on bad habits, smoking, drinking. The loss, when this card shows up, it says the loss of control. It's a loss of control. It brings to your awareness decisions you may not have made if it weren't for somebody else leading the way. Now, the situation can be current or in the past, quite possibly in the future. You may be caught. Hold on just a moment. Things are going wonky over here. You may be caught in someone's intoxicating spell. And they may be good at swaying people into making decisions they wouldn't make if it weren't, again, for somebody else leading the way. So when this card appears, consider taking a moment to examine if you have been swayed into making a difference that you may not have made if the situation were different. I think I repeated myself twice. 3, 4 times probably. I'm good at that though. Small steps, Aniket. 1 foot in front of the other. Does that mean you started drinking again? No, don't start drinking again. That's not a way to stay on your path. Good for you. Good for you. Don't do that. Ashwin, you are next. I'm so happy it's Friday. Did I mention that? One more good shuffle for Ashwin. Well, you, my friend, would totally know more than I how the cards resonate in your personal life. I'm just glad I can help in any way, shape, or form. All right, Ashwin. Your question was about marriage, right? Three oracles are rare. You are correct. You're absolutely correct. So you have an extra as well. Ashwin, do you know what oracle deck you would like to use? The first card you have is a 9 of Wands. Wands, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to kick you guys. Wands represents something happening fast, days. When it comes to telling time, the fastest tarot can tell time is days. They don't do seconds, minutes, or hours. So their timetable is days, weeks, months, and years. That's as close as they can dial it down. I mean, after all, these are based on the stars. Map Oracle. Perfect. Thank you, my friend. So, Wands suit represents something happening fast, days. It's a positive, it's a yes. In the Nine of Wands, nines on the 1 through 10 scale cycle is a resting phase. It says surround yourself with reliable support. Draw upon your experiences to gain well-deserved territory. Take note of the keywords on top. I am not used to these keywords, but take note of those. On the standard deck that I use, the Rider deck, the Nine of Wands would show the Nine of Wands with a bandage around his forehead. He would be leaning on one of the wands while the other 8 are forming a protective boundary, barrier behind him. This card, again, represents surround yourself with reliable support. Draw upon your experiences to gain well-deserved territory. So you want to surround yourself with the type of people who have your back when you're not around. Whatever phase or cycle you're in, that's the type of people you want in your life. Flat out, period, no matter what. They always have your back. Again, even when you're not around. And the card also says, Ashwin, you are protected better than you think. The second card you have, Major Arcana Sokar. I flipped a few too many pages. This card, I should have known immediately because of the number 13. It represents the Death card. It's a neutral energy card. It may be an emotional time. This card is in the current position, like the present, what is going on right now. This card doesn't mean, don't freak out. It doesn't mean you're going to wake up not breathing tomorrow. That's not what this card means. It means change is coming. An inevitable change, and it's going to be very transformative, my friend. Like I said, it's a neutral energy card, so it may be an emotional time as well. But it's inevitable. There's nothing you can do about it. I say there are 2 things in life that are inevitable: birth and death. There's nothing we can do about it. That's why this change is on the inevitable death card. There's nothing you can do about this change. The next card you have is the Eight of Wands. Again, the Wand suit represents something happening fast, positive, days. The Eight of Wands represents exciting news and moving projects forward. It also represents that you will find yourself freshly grounded, which we all strive for that feeling. It represents speed toward and promises assured felicity. Pardon me, which is, felicity is happiness. The extra card you have is the Nine of Pentacles, or discs, same thing, aka GAINZ, gain. The 9 represents plenty in all things. It's a security card. Remember, 9s are a resting phase. It says you want for nothing. You are content in the gardens of your bounty. You're secure in the safety of your haven. But security comes with a price. There is a lack of risk and thrill. Don't be afraid to take a risk. Have fun. Don't get bored. Have fun. Take a chance. This card can also represent a donation from a sponsor. So maybe you might receive money soon. Your oracle for the day is the education in the upright position. And this card says, wisdom comes from participating in life, not just reading about it. This card suggests you may not have enough knowledge about what you seek, or the direction to take, or your circumstances right now. Important information is coming. Now is the time to go to school. Ask a person who might know more than you. So find a teacher or a course of study so you can more clearly understand your next right action. Sometimes life unexpectedly sends us to an unfamiliar school. Where's that card? Inevitable change. Sometimes life unexpectedly sends you to an unfamiliar school, and you must learn by experience. Now is the time to be teachable. So be open to change. Be open to changing your preconceived notions. It says be a student and be willing to state the most powerful mantra of all. I don't know yet. Currently going through. Take your time. Don't rush anything. And know what is truly meant for you, Ashwin, will never pass you by, or will ever. What's meant for somebody will never take a lot of work to keep or attain. I don't know how to explain it. I know I didn't explain that properly. But the answer to your question when you asked about marriage, and I can't remember if it was a time frame, but something about marriage, I have yeses. Your first card is a yes, and your last card is a yes with good grounding. Yep, good things come to those who wait, Ashwin. So take the time. Get your ducks in a row. I like to say get your crows in a row. All right, coffee break for a second, and then it's Surendar's turn. I'm not sure. I don't think I've missed anybody yet. How's the chat going? Perfect. All right, coffee break. I still think this this travel mug is better than any one I've had yet. Yes, she's number 7. Surrendar. My thumb from crocheting so much doesn't want to cooperate the most. But I'm making it. One more good shuffle. Oh, Ashwin, thank you. So, on that note, before I continue to shuffle for Surrendar and think about anything he has to say, Ashwin, remember, energies change all the time. So no matter what the cards or the oracles said, they change all the time with every decision you make or every decision you talk yourself out of and remake. Every time you walk out of the door and turn around and come back, energies change all the time. So on that note, I just want to make sure that everybody knows that they are in control of their own destiny. You are. Pisces girl, you can totally post your question. We're on number 4 and you're number 7. Surrendar, you have the 2 of Swords. Swords is our fighting, arguing, and discontent suit, whether it's with another person or ourselves. Two is also a call to reorg. Two is a call to organize on the 1 through 10 cycle. Sevens are reorganizers. Two are organizers. The Two of Swords says you are your own worst enemy. Um, it's an indecision and inner conflict card. And it says that you may be facing a tough choice. Now, because it's, whoopsies, because it's in the past position, I'm going to presume that maybe you had a tough choice you had to deal with in the past. You have a cheetah roaming by your house? Okay, hold on. I have to read this. Is it from the heat? Or what happened to it? Oh my goodness. How exciting. I mean, how scary, but how exciting. A cheetah. Oh my gosh. It'd be awesome if you could get a picture of it and post it on the community tab. A leopard. Wow. All right, let me continue. Okay, I got to stay out of the chat or I'll never get done with this. Aw. Poor birds. The second card you have is a major arcana at. This card represents the Chariot. It's also a victory card. It's a positive. It's a yes. The zodiac sign it represents is the Cancer. It represents finally forward movement. So you've been on a plateau. This position is current, the present, what's going on right now. So you may have felt like everything you've done is just not working. Nothing you do works. The plateau. But the appearance of this card represents finally forward movement. But its advice is for you to take the road less traveled. So if everybody goes this way for an opportunity, the card says your better opportunity is to go in the other direction. For you, the fearless, going the opposite direction, there will be more doors and opportunities open for you to advance. Positive, yes, finally forward movement. You also have a major arcana, the Tower. This card is a neutral energy card. It represents that quite possibly a truth. Oopsies. A truth has been revealed. Man, I'm just beating you guys up today. Knocking you around. I kicked you. Trying to poke you. Apologize. The appearance of the Tower can represent a truth has been revealed. Neutral energy, so an emotional time. Quite possibly an emotional time. Sudden change, probably already happening, and it also represents the end of restriction. In the rider deck I generally use, you would see a lightning bolt striking. And we know when lightning strikes, everything crumbles down, is destroyed, rubble, nothing is left. It frees you up to clear all that debris away and start over fresh and new. End of restriction. The lightning bolt in the other deck represents through no fault of your own. So whatever this is may not be your fault. You may be the victim of the lightning bolt. I hope that makes sense. Surrender. Oracle, my friend. Jimmy, hello. Heidi, hello. Let's put Heidi on the list. Number 8. Okay, we gave you a lowercase h. Duh. Lizzie, you can absolutely put your question up now because you're next. All right, a love card. Let's give you a love card. All right, so present condition, present position. Do you feel like your relationship has been on a plateau? Like nothing's going on, it's not moving anywhere? Jimmy, yes, you are number 9. If you felt like your relationship has been on a plateau and not going anywhere, sometimes this plateau is for a good reason and the relationship doesn't need to go anywhere. But the appearance of it represents finally forward movement. Something may be revealed in the future, and it represents change. And she feels the same way for you. I feel like we talked about this super recent surrender, and you had a card that showed it was time for a new cycle. So again, present position. This card represents you've been on a plateau and finally forward movement. This card represents change. End of restriction, truth has been revealed, and you can start fresh and new. I believe the cards are telling you it's time to move on. Time to move on. Leave her, forget about her. There's something better out there for you. If she was meant for you, it would not require all this much work from you. So I think the cards are telling you it is time to move on. Your oracle for the day for the love is a manifestation. If I can find it. Let's see. This card says, it's easy to connect with the energy of all that is available to you in the universe. There are times in life when we wish we could manifest a specific item, situation, or even a person. Many people know how to visualize what they want, but how often do they consider the quality of the vibration or frequency they are emanating? If you're trying to manifest something and your chakras are out of alignment and it's not working, that might be the plateau we were talking about. And they're not working together, this can create an energy that blocks whatever it is you wish to attract. I truly feel it's time to let go and move on and manifest for you a newer, healthier, happier, peaceful relationship. So this card says they have an exercise, and it suggests that you sit somewhere comfortably, quite possibly lying down, and you locate the three powerful chakras. Your heart, your solar plexus, and your navel chakras. So you can align them. It's simple. Again, sit or lay down. Once you've located these, I apologize. Once you've located these, then you, beginning at the center of your chest, the three powerful energy centers, chest, midriff, and navel. You simply imagine the flow of energy and light moving through and connecting all three of them like a figure eight. I know it sounds weird and it may be difficult at first, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes and the more comfortable you become with it. And it's like a meditation. It is so helpful. My friend, does the cards say it is time for you to move on? Don't waste any more time on what was. Sunil, hello. How are you? I had breakfast and coffee. I have backup coffee right over there. All right, Lizzie. All right, let me go back up to your question. Correct. That means leaving everything behind. Which you're living with her father right now, right? So the only thing you're really leaving behind is your job. I mean, not only, it's huge. I realize. Sunil, let's put you on the list. You're number 10. Do you have a savings? And you have to think that of the possibility you have to remember the possibility that once your daughter's done with college, she may no longer stay wherever the college is. So will you be prepared to move again if need be? So are you looking for a temporary solution or long-term? Sunil, phenomenal, my friend, phenomenal. Lizzie, I like the leap of faith. All right, hold on. We have a card that flipped. Major Arcana Isis. This is the hold on. This is the Hermit card. Is that in view? Okay. You can choose your oracle as well while I'm shuffling. Are you opening an Indian restaurant, Sunil? That would be awesome. I'm not a very good cook. I can, like, nobody's going to starve. But I'm not a chef. That's a great idea. Great idea. I definitely would collaborate, Sunil. I totally would. Okay. So I'll go through the cards, Lizzie, while you're picking your oracle. The first card you have, Major Arcana Isis. Again, this is the Hermit card. It's a yes card. It's a positive. More important, it's a focus card. It is a card of coaching and mentoring and allows others to possibly follow in your footsteps. That's why it is of the most importance to take the time to be alone. Look within and find your purpose. Good choice. The next card you have is the Nine of Cups, an emotion suit. That's why it's blue, represents water, emotions. Then it represents something positive happening slow, months. It's a yes card. The 9 is a wish or an abundance card. It says you're pleased with yourself. You surround yourself with your achievements. You love to entertain and be the life and soul of the party. You can have all you desire if you wish and vision a better life. Again, abundance or wish card. And it says contentment and happiness are the rewards of dedication to a purpose. The next card you have is Major Arcana, the Abyss. I believe this is the Hanged Man neutral energy card. It is patience, waiting, delays, and more important that the choices you have made have put you in the position you're in. It also wants you to remember that there have probably been fun things that have delayed you for good reason as well. It's not all bad. And the appearance of it represents that things can possibly be turned upside down. And we'll see what the crows have for you. And then Melissa is next. And then Pisces girl. Yeah, I think a 6-month lease is a great idea. Are you planning on moving everything out of her dad's house? Like storage unit? I think that it's going to be an emotional situation as well. Your oracle is waterproof. So it shows that the birds have a greasy protective coating, and it protects them from the water getting to their skin. The appearance of this card says when we are waterproof, we are protected from others' draining emotions that weigh us down. Being waterproof allows you to experience a storm without letting it hold you back. So there may have been issues with the situation you're in right now. When we're waterproof, the words, actions, and emotions of those around us do not impact our perception of who we are or our self-worth. So remember, my friend, casual insults, snarky comments, and emotional vampires don't bother someone who's waterproof. Don't be dragged into someone's emotional drama. You don't want it to leave you feeling waterlogged. You can be waterproof and a good listener and a shoulder to cry on without absorbing those emotions. This card is just asking you to create a barrier between the feelings of others and yourself when inner strength is needed. Super important card for what you are going through right now, my dear. And good for you if you're doing that leap of faith and you're cutting ties. Move it all. You're right. Move it all out. Don't leave anything there that you're going to have to go back for. Because the only thing you would ever have to go back for is your daughter, and she is now in college, right? Correct. Melissa, you are next. Good for you, my dear. I'm proud of you taking that leap of faith. We have a cold advisory today. Again. It's not snowing, but it is cold. It's supposed to be like with the wind chill -35, I believe. Steven, hello. Welcome back, my friend. You can totally have a mermaid, my dear. Steven, you are number 11. Oh, destiny. I had to see if it was PH or a V. My son is PH. And a mermaid. We might as well we'll just go through it first and then do the mermaids. Major Arcana, Destiny. This is the Wheel of Fortune card. It represents surprise change. So seize all opportunities. Grow, take risks if need be. Underscore, take risks if need be. Embrace good and bad luck the same. Because even with bad luck, we learn something and we can take it into the future with us. You know, we won't ever do that again. Whew, learn that lesson type of thing. All right. It's a positive, it's yes. So I talk about the 1 through 10 of the minor arcana all the time. When we go on these cycles, multiples in our lifetime, more than just one. Sometimes we choose a path that takes us away from our destiny, our goal in life. The appearance of this card shows that destiny has a way of pulling you back and putting you, when you get too far away, putting you back on track, on the road you should have been on to begin with. So good old destiny and fulfilling it. You also have the Queen of Cups, Melissa. Remember, Cups is our emotion suit. It's a positive, it's a yes. It represents something happening slow, months. It can represent the summertime. She is in your present position, the current. And the Queen says to follow your heart and intuition. Look within to see where you can be more loving and caring. Note the way she is facing, looking into the future. So yeah, look, we can all be a little more loving and caring. More important, she says you can't go wrong. Tune into the feelings of others, respond accordingly, show compassion, and don't turn your back on those who need your support. Remember, the Queen is generally an older, mature woman. Doesn't have to be an older woman. It could be a younger person who has experienced things beyond their years. So a mature woman, steady, enduring for good or evil, depending on the situation. Again, looking toward the future. You have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups represents the need to organize on that 1 through 10 cycle. 2 being this closer to a 1, the start, than it is a 10, the completion. So organize. This card, note the keyword, represents relationship. This relationship represents love, passion, friendship, affinity, union, concord. Concord's an agreement. I feel like you've had this before recently, Melissa. More important, this relationship is that which nature has sanctified. Positive, yes. Represents something happening slow, months. Positive, yes, relationship. You also have an extra card here, the Princess of Cups. Princess represents generally a younger woman or the attitude of a younger woman. Cups generally is a darker haired person. Notice how both are dark haired. So again, it doesn't have to be a young woman. It could just be the mature person has the energy, the spirit, the attitude of the princess. So the princess says, enjoy life. Make the most of living your life to the fullest. And live life like there's no tomorrow. Which means live in the here, the now, the present, not the past or the future when this or that happens to make everything right. Live in the here and the now. And you said mermaids. Oh, no, you did not say mermaids. You said crows. Wait a second. Hold on. Let me get my bearings. Melissa. Yes, mermaid. See? I'm my own worst enemy. I talked myself right out of that. I knew you chose mermaids, and I talked myself right out of it. Pisces girl, you are next. We only need one. Huh, well, it's like, I want this one. Well, looky, looky. Be spontaneous, Melissa. The card says, do something that takes you out of your normal routine. Life can become a little too predictable when we become creatures of habit. It's time for some positive action. So the appearance of this card is a strong message to try something new. Mix things up in a positive way. Nothing needs to be disrupted. A small change can make the world of difference, not only to yourself, but to others as well. Nice card. All right, Pisces. So you're talking about this January 27th, just so I have a time frame. The crow, perfect. That's a good one. Melissa, you are welcome. Yes. All right. So have you talked to him? All right. So you spent 2 days together with him. So have you had any contact with him within the last 24 hours? You just got back. Okay. All right. So I'm going to presume you had a good time. I'm going to presume he had a wonderful time. And what was the feelings when you separated ways, went different directions? I mean, you can read so much from someone's body language and fleeting remarks or the way they look. I know, me too. You are texting each other. Oh, that's a good sign. That is a super good sign. And I'm going to presume the texts didn't say stay away and leave me alone, which is always a good start. It's the best way to start a relationship, is not having that text. Holy Toledo, Batman. Every single card is a major arcana. Every stinking card. Which, my dear, represents there's a powerful energy going around. A powerful, powerful current in your question. First one, major arcana, the priestess, the high priestess. Positive. It's a yes card. It represents change. More important about this card, it is intuition and gut feeling. I'm sorry, I don't mean to poke. Let me get my pointy. Yeah, a full major arcana. This is like a full house. What's the best you can get in a when you gamble? When you're playing poker? What's the best hand you can get? That's what this is. That's what this is looking like. Positive, yes. Change. Intuition. So trust your gut feeling. change you didn't realize, and it says the future is yet unrevealed. Um, it represents a need for realignment. So there may be a realignment coming soon. And it also represents, see the two pillars. Hopefully she is in, the two pillars represents, it's all about balance and judgment, my friend. This is a positive and it's a yes card. The next card you have is Major Arcana Sokar. We just, this one just popped up. This is the death card. But don't freak out. It doesn't mean you're going to wake up not breathing tomorrow. It just means that there is an inevitable change coming and it's going to be transformative. It may be emotional, but it's going to be very transformative and you are going to love who you become because of it. This is in your present position. This is your past. And it can be your immediate past as of the January 27th. The next card you have is the Hanged Man, Major Arcana. I apologize, the Abyss. I call it the Hanged Man. It's a neutral energy card. It's a patience card. And it wants you to know that the reward for patience is patience. And it says the choices you've made have put yourself where you are. But to remember that there can be fun things that delay you for fun and good reason. And you have another Major Arcana, Hermakis. This card represents, it's a positive, it's a yes, it represents the Emperor. It's a positive, it's a yes. I don't know how many times I can say that. I have a date, March 21st through April 20th. I don't know if that will help. It's a fatherly figure. And it says to exercise your authority, but maintain your boundaries. I want to make sure I don't have anything extra written for the Emperor. So remember, boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They're doors to keep you safe. That is important. All too many times on those 1 through 10 cycles we go through, we flip the switch and we build walls, not doors. We need doors. Because you want to make sure you're letting the right ones in and keeping the right ones out. Oh my gosh, these cards. All right, I got to concentrate. All right, Pisces girl. Oops, well, that wasn't concentration at all. Aniket. Oh, well, so go on another date. Let me get this card for Pisces. We have 2. Distance and waterproof. Aniket, some people you just cannot satisfy. She may have been, that person you went on a date with may have been, maybe she was looking for too much. Maybe she had like super high standards, every box checked, and nobody would be able to fulfill that. So don't put yourself down because somebody wasn't happy with you. That's their perception, not yours. All right. So this card says it indicates that you would be best served by taking a step back so that you can see the big picture. You may be focusing too narrowly on one area while there's a whole world out there to explore. The card says you may need to consider if growth within a situation or relationship is at risk of being stunted due to being overly critical or nitpicky. Are you able to see potential even if there are a few flaws? Now this card may appear If you're focused on one positive aspect of the situation or event while missing all the negative outcomes that may potentially exist. It says, are you too close to a situation to remain impartial or unbiased? You may benefit from taking a leave of absence or literally putting some distance between you and the situation by taking a trip. Which is, I mean, quite obviously what's going on right now. You are putting some distance between the situation to see what's going to happen, what will happen, what will be. Again, a waterproof card. It asks you to create a barrier between the feelings of others and yourself when inner strength is needed. So, when we are waterproof, we are protected from others' draining emotions that can weigh us down. Waterproof allows you to experience a storm and it doesn't hold you back. The words, actions, and emotions of those around you, even if they may not be as happy as you are, if there's a sudden change, you may not like what people around you have to say. Anyways, when we are waterproof, the words, actions, and emotions of those around us do not impact our perception of who we are or our self-worth. Remember, casual insults, snarky comments, and the emotional vampires don't bother someone who is waterproof. So don't be dragged in someone else's drama, because it takes an emotional toll and it can leave someone feeling waterlogged. So when you're waterproof, you'll be a good listener and a good shoulder to cry on, and you won't absorb the emotions. That's right. You have that long distance thing too. I like it. The cards are all favorable, my friend. All favorable. At the top of the chat is my email highlighted. I offer free in-depth card readings. That's not just the couple that fall out. Heidi, you're next. Yeah, it's not just a couple that fall out. And you have, you can question between 8 things: career, health, relationship, travel, education, spiritual awareness, or in general. So you have 7 different choices on what you would want your reading on. Anybody in the chat is welcome to a free reading, so send me a message. I'd be happy to do one. Hanakat. Long distance relationships. Enjoy the get to know you time too, Pisces. All too often people skip that. They rush through it. But it is genuinely a pleasant time, the get to know you stage. Pleasant and pleasurable. So enjoy it. And see what and where it takes you. I mean, why not? If you don't like what happens, you can always start over again. Heidi. I don't know if Heidi put any questions in the chat. I'm not seeing any. Michelle, hello, welcome. You are number 12. All right, I'm just going to continue for Heidi. I'm going to use the crows. The first card Heidi has is the Two of Wands. Twos are a call to organize. Wands represents something happening fast, days. It's a positive. It's a yes card. It's the hopes and wishes. It's the fire yourself up card. So plan ahead. Be strategic. The card says, where do you want to go and what do you have to give? It says, think innovative and fresh ideas, Heidi. There we go. More important, it says you're in an excellent position to join forces with someone who shares your vision. You have a major arcana, the High Priestess, I apologize. Positive, yes. This card represents a realignment and change you didn't realize. This card is intuition and our gut feeling. We all need to trust it a little bit more. More important, it is the future is yet unrevealed. And remember, life is all about balance and judgment. You have the Princess of Discs. Princess is frequently represents a younger woman or the attitude of a younger woman. The Discs represents a darker haired person as well. Discs is our speculate to accumulate suit. And the Princess says, is young at heart. And it is the voice inside you urging you to follow your destiny. The Princess says, examine what strengths you possess. Speculate to accumulate. And figure out how to turn every possibility into gold. More important, this card represents the beginning of a practical or domestic endeavor and a focus on material matters. Aha, that's a good one to have, especially with this card, because it represents the beginning of something. You have the Risk card. It says, you may need to assess if the reward is worth the risk, and if it is, now may be the time to take a chance on something you desire. It brings to your awareness and opportunities others may forego out of fear. And as a result, you may discover there's less competition, opening the door for you to succeed more easily. Jimmy, you are next. February is called Fluff Buster February, if anybody is here from my workout community. Oh my gosh, your root chakra. All right. What deck would you like to use? Should we stay with the tarot? Oh. And then we'll grab you an Earth Wisdom. That's a good one, Jimmy, because that's what I was thinking. You have the Eight of Cups. It's our emotions suit. Four of Wands. 10 of Wands. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Where are you guys going? So, Eight of Cups. This card is it represents you've been on a plateau, but the appearance of it represents, oh goodness, that there's finally forward movement. I'm totally making a mess of things. Finally, forward movement, Jimmy. So it says that change is needed for growth. Things can't remain the way they are. It is of importance that you avoid a state of stagnation. So, finally, forward movement. Ruh-roh. Let's shuffle these one more time. The second card you have is the Four of Wands. Wands are a positive yes suit. Represents something happening fast. Days. This is in your present position. The Four of Wands, fours on the 1 through 10 cycle are applying cards. So you must apply yourself. This finally forward movement, you can't be you can't be still. You must move. Dang it all. I keep kicking you guys. Okay, stay right there. What's going on? Are you guys good? Okay. So you must be active. Again, it represents something happening fast, days. You also have the 10 of Wands. 10 represents the completion of a cycle, freeing you up to start something new. Positive, yes, days. Congratulations on that. More important, this is a responsibilities and burdens card. It says you've shouldered too much, and it's time to pass it on. And because of passing it on, you will reap fortune, gain, and success. Your oracle for the day is the Divine Connection card. It says water lily opens the crown chakra. Well, that's a good one to pick. It raises awareness and it encourages enlightenment. Selenite supports connection with the divine. Instead of looking externally for guidance, which can be open to misinterpretation or put you at the mercy of someone else's agenda, it says focus on strengthening your own connection with the divine. That's your most reliable source, your North Star. The one you can always follow, even on your darkest nights. So the card says, I look to my own North Star, and I am guided by the truth of my spirit. I am complete in myself and confident in my connection with the divine. Nice card, Jimmy. Sunil, you are next. Duncan, hello. You are number 13. Well, shame on them. Yeah, take care of yourself. Get rid of it and move on. All right, Sunil. One, 9 of Swords. That's a 9 steps of grieving. These are extras that fell out. And we're going to stick with the crow unless Sunil comes back real quick. So again, swords, 9 of Swords. It's a 9 steps of grieving. And it says that this too shall pass. 9 is the resting phase. Closer to a 10 than a 1, which is the completion. Each sword represents an emotion and a phase that everyone goes through when grieving. Remember, everybody grieves differently, and everybody grieves for different reason. Death, miscarriage, deception, failure. There's so many things people grieve for. All right, Sunil, we just need an oracle. The second card you have is the Queen of Swords. Again, fighting, arguing, discontent suit, whether with yourself or someone else. This Queen says, you see how she's looking toward the future. The Queen says, say what you think. Be wise, direct, ambitious, and speak sharp. This person speaks sharply. It says, be your own person. Keep your strong convictions no matter what opposition you come up against. Sunil, don't be afraid to stand alone. So be confident and be straightforward, and you will receive the acknowledgement you deserve. You have a major arcana, Saket. This card represents, just a moment here, justice. It's a positive, it's a yes, facing the future. It is advisable to step back and be objective, especially when making decisions. So no knee-jerk reactions just to solve a problem. Because when you do that knee-jerk reaction or answer, whatever it is, to solve the problem you're in, you're not thinking about the future. So no knee-jerk reactions. Two of Pentacles. Discs is in a speculate to accumulate suit. It's balance and dedication. It's a call to organize. It's a flexibility and adaptability card. So for everything you do, Sunil, and Sue, someone else does something as well. Keep a balance. And you also have Major Arcana Hermakis. I believe we said this was the Emperor. Wait a minute. No, this card, yes, the Emperor. Positive, a yes, it represents a fatherly figure in Aries. The dates are March 21st through April 20th, coming soon. Everybody's looking to the future. March 21st through April 20th. It says exercise your authority, but maintain your boundaries. And remember, boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They're doors to keep you safe. So, looking into the future, because that's the way everybody was looking, the card you have is preparation. It says, it speaks to getting ready for something you know is on the horizon and planning for it accordingly. It's about getting all your crows in a row so you can achieve the most beneficial outcome. Stephen, you are next. Coffee break real quick. All right. Here we go, Stephen. That was my coffee break. One more good shuffle. And again, this is for Stephen. One, two. Oh, look at that. Court card, Major Arcana. Major Arcana. Stephen, I will start reading your cards if you want to choose an oracle, my friend. The first card you have is the King of Wands. This is your past position, and you see how he's looking in the past. It represents, Wands represents something happening fast, days. It's a positive. It's a yes card. Thank you, Stephen. And the King says, take action. Express your reason to be. It says you can inspire enthusiasm where there is lethargy. So you can get that person who's lazy, motivated, up and moving. It says you put vigor into any occasion you grace with your presence. And you're a master at putting a new spin on any situation. Again, fast. Express your reason to be. You have a major arcana, Saket. We just had this one pop up. This is the Justice card. A positive, a yes, and it is advisable to step back and be objective, especially when making decisions. No knee-jerk reactions to solve problems. You have Major Arcana Hathor. This card represents the Hierophant. It's a positive. It's a yes. It says seek wisdom from somebody you know with knowledge and experience. They reveal the sacred. Again, you literally know this person. They don't lie. They've been there, done that, and probably got a t-shirt for their effort. If they can't help you, they can at least listen. And they won't gossip about what you talk about. So, on the other hand, the appearance of the Hathor can also represent an unwelcome authority from somebody like a parent. So remember that. I know I have dealt with unwelcome authority from a higher up person before. I mean, they mean well. They do mean well. But it can be an unwelcome authority. All right, anyways. Let's see what the crow has for you, Stephen. Well, didn't expect that. First card you have is the Soar card. We'll go through these as quickly as we can. This card says, this card brings a rush of energy and an open channel to receive information quickly. So you can progress with confidence toward your goal. So quickly, information. I can't remember what card. You have the Distance card. It says, this card represents that you might literally benefit from taking a leave of absence and putting some distance between you and whatever's going on right now. You have the Fear card, Stephen. When this appears, you may need to consider looking inward and checking to see where you may be allowing fear to limit your potential. Remember, fortune favors the brave. And for you, the fearless, all you need to do is swoop in and seize the moment. Observation is key. It asks that you take time, hold back from reacting. Observe. You'll learn more from listening than from talking. You have the Mimicry card. This one is important. This may indicate someone is trying to sound or pass themselves off as something other than themselves to gain your favor or attention. You need to ask yourself if this individual is showing you their authentic self or simply pretending to be something you find more attractive. So, according to the cards, it seems like you may be in a situation with another person. Don't make any rash decisions. Take some time. Mull it over. Think about the situation. Sometimes information is revealed if given time. Michelle, it is your turn. Are you talking to me, Jimmy? In the solar plexus? All right, Michelle, it is your turn. and then Duncan. Gosh, we're on number 12 already. This doesn't usually happen. Ten of discs. That's a good card to receive. That represents the journeyman. I will go through the cards a little bit. Hopefully Melissa jumps in and lets me know what deck she'd like to use for the Oracle. So again, you have the 10 of discs. Discs is our speculate to accumulate. And the 10 represents the master. Remember, the 8, I apologize. I earlier said it was the journeyman. I apologize. The 3 is the apprentice. The 8 is the journeyman. The 10 is the master. It's the structure card. So keep the outcome in mind and keep working toward it. But you can slow down now. The card represents lasting security and wealth. Slow down, take it easy. Let others take more responsibilities. You need to delegate now. The appearance of this symbolizes a well-established foundation, family harmony, and the fulfillment of a substantial legacy. You don't have to do all the work. You have the 3 of Wands in the present position, what is currently surrounding you. It represents something happening fast, days, positive, yes. It represents an advancement. It is also an activating card, so again, you have to be active. It's new horizons and promises. Positive, yes. You have the 5 of Swords. This is our emotion suit. The 5 of Swords represents, it's a halfway point on the 1 through 10 scale, and it's a call for you to put boundaries in place. And I've mentioned it many times today. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They're doors to keep you safe, Michelle. Did I say Melissa? I meant Michelle. I apologize. Well, that was a bummer. These are Michelle's cards. Melissa was a long time ago. So, Michelle. The 10 represents, they're still the same cards. I apologize for calling you Melissa. 5 of Swords. It is a stop being defensive card. There will never be a resolution to conflict as long as we put too much emphasis on being defensive. And also, be careful. Don't be paranoid and see treachery where there is none. Super important. Sometimes we come up with these stories in our mind and we convince ourselves that they are true when they're not. So caution. Don't be paranoid and see treachery where there is none. And again, Michelle, I totally apologize. Let's pull a crow for you. Keeping you guys on your toes. So, Michelle, don't forget, the 10 of Pentacles is the master. Keep the outcome in mind. Keep working toward it, but you don't have to do it all. You can slow down. It represents wealth and lasting security. You're doing great. You can slow down. And your oracle for the day is the Morning card. It says this card was created during the height of the Washington wildfires. So I'm not sure how this deck is a few years old. Crows have scouts that sit high up over all the action, and they serve as a lookout. It's their job to warn people and to spot signs and warn others of danger. The card indicates the signs are around you. Something less than favorable is approaching, and your attention is needed to ensure you have time to react. This card brings to your awareness red flags that you may be missing or denying, putting you in a less than desirable situation. Now, this situation can be an employer who always pays a day or two late, to the partner who never seems to want to be seen together out in public. We all too often make excuses in an attempt to dismiss warning signs, so we don't have to accept reality. This card, warning signs appear throughout various scenarios in our lives, and sometimes it takes a friend or someone on the outside to point out what we don't want to acknowledge. So when it pops up, consider the signs you have received. Do they shed light on a situation you may have been avoiding? And Duncan, it is your turn. Oh, look, perfect time for another coffee break. It'll be lunchtime in a few minutes. Whoops. One more good shuffle for Duncan. Heather, hello. Welcome, my friend. How are you? All right, Duncan. Let's see what we have for you. Oracle. I'll let you choose the Oracle. Let's add Heather to the list. You guys are popping in toward the end of our live stream. We have Heather and Louise. Or is it Joyce Louise? Wow, good for you, Aniket. Duncan, I'll let you choose whichever one you want. And I'll start with the tarot. The first card you have is the, it's Louise. Thank you. Five of Swords. Emotions, not emotions, I apologize. The Swords is our fighting, arguing, and discontent suit, whether it's with another person or ourself. The Five says it's a halfway point, and it's a call for you to put boundaries in place. Boundaries, I've said it the whole live stream. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They're doors to keep you safe. And so the right people are let in. This card says stop being defensive. There will never be a resolution to conflict as long as we put too much emphasis on being defensive. And be careful not to be paranoid and see treachery where there is none. Now, this is in your past position. There may be something in your past that has not, there may be a conflict in the past. You have the Nine of Wands. Positive, yes suit represents something happening fast, days. The Nine of Wands is a resting phase. 10 is the completion of a cycle. The 9 in the regular deck I use shows, make sure I have the proper one. It shows the Nine of Wands with a bandage around his forehead, leaning on one of the staves. And the other 8 staves are forming a protective boundary behind him. Resting phase. It says surround yourself with reliable support. Draw upon experiences to gain well-deserved territory. And you are protected better than you think. It represents, this is your present. It represents that you need to surround yourself with people you know and trust who have your back no matter what phase you're in. Surround yourself with those type of people. And remember, you are protected better than you think. It's a positive. It's a yes. The next card you have is the Ten of Swords. This card is a betrayal card. Something happened that you least expected. You may feel like you were literally stabbed in the back. The card says it's a 10. It's the completion of the cycle, and it frees you up to start again. Start something new. On the regular rider deck I use, you would see the Ten of Swords lying face down in the dirt with 10 swords coming out of his back. Feeling like you're stabbed in the back and you're face down in the dirt. It says, at least everything is now known and everything is now out in the open, and you know the ground you're in when you're face down in it, which allows you to move forward and start fresh. The Awesome, hello, welcome. I can put you on the list, but I cannot promise I'll get to you. I think I just spelled your name wrong. Let's do an oracle. A crow for you, Stephen. Well, this one is for Duncan, but sometimes the cards resonate so much. Crow oracle for you, Duncan. There it is. Trickery. This card has popped up. So, crows are known for stealing another bird's stash, and they'll hide it. They'll cover it up with leaves to throw the birds off track. This card brings your attention that someone may be trying to deceive you. The appearance of it is a signal to be aware and conscious of the actions of those around you, because someone may be trying to employ a bit of deception to get what they want. More importantly, Duncan, if you have a contract to sign, give it a closer look. There may be a clause in there that was not discussed, and you may find it unfavorable. And also, remember, trickery comes in many shapes and sizes. There's innocent trickery, so you can plan a birthday party. To an employer that uses their position to get you to work overtime. They promise a promotion you know will never arrive or never materialize. This card may also indicate that your situation could benefit from allowing for some innovative and creative thinking. A little deception for the greater good may be warranted. But again, the most important thing is that contract. Fine print. Make sure you know everything. Heather, it is your turn. And then Louise. So I'm only here for less than 10 minutes, my friend. So doing the best I can. So I will just choose the oracle. And go through these quickly. I'll be back Monday. My email is at the top of the list. This is for Heather at the top of the chat. If anybody wants a free in-depth card reading, that's a whole layout, send me an email. You have, first card you have is the Six of Cups. It's an emotions card. Sixes are a halfway point. Or, I apologize, that's not true. Sixes are leveling up. They're one step above the halfway point. It represents something has just happened to take things to the next level. So it represents childlike wishes, first feelings, first flutters, and it may represent the reunion or the rekindle of something from the past. And now when I say that, don't freak out. It can represent a relationship, but it doesn't have to. It can be a hobby. It can be a career, a place used to vacation. The rekindle of something from the past. You also have the Ten of Cups. This card is the completion of a cycle, freeing you up to start a new one. We all strive for this one right here. It is domestic bliss. Enjoy and appreciate it because you deserve it. Congratulations. You have the World card, Major Arcana. This card represents positive. It's a yes card, a slow, successful completion. It's growth. The time has come to venture forth, and the world's open and will respond to you. It represents triumph, success, unity, permanency, freedom, and realization. Heather, you have the Dominance card as your oracle. This card indicates that you may be feeling restricted by someone or a stressful situation, and it's impacting your thoughts and decisions. Someone or something may be flexing their muscles, which will cause friction within, as you may not be able to fight or defend yourself. And it can be a partner who always picks a restaurant, a boss who makes you work overtime, or the friend who has to win every single time. It may also indicate your need to be in control. It can also indicate your ability to control a situation as well. Louise, it is your turn. I'm going to go through these as quickly as I can. I am on number 15. Heidi, you were number 8. So you'll have to go back to way in the beginning. But you can rewind, and it will be uploaded as well. All right, Louise, the first card you have is the Tower card, Major Arcana. It represents change. It's a neutral energy card. It's sudden change. It's already happening, and it represents the end of restriction. So most important, it represents that the truth has been revealed. The other deck I'd use shows a lightning bolt hitting the tower, representing destruction, destroying everything one has or has known. But you can clean it all up, sweep it away, throw it away, and start over fresh, like it never happened. The lightning bolt represents through no fault of your own. You have the Nine of Swords, is fighting, arguing, and discontent suit, whether with another person or inner. The 9 is the 9 steps of grieving. It wants you to know that this too shall pass. Each sword represents an emotion and a step we all go through in the grieving process. We all grieve. Nobody's immune to it, but we all grieve differently and for different reasons. So it represents death, miscarriage, failure, deception, and despair. Again, everybody grieves, but we all grieve differently and for different reasons. But we all go through all 9 steps. You also have the Six of Swords. The 6 represents new horizons and moving on. It's going to be an emotional time. But before you go, become a better you. Your oracle for the day, Louise, is the Mimicry. This may indicate someone's trying to sound or pass themselves off as something other than themselves to gain your favor. So you have to ask yourself if the individual is showing you their authentic self or simply pretending to be something you find more attractive. And now, who do we have? The Awesome. Oh my gosh, I don't know if we're going to be able to get this done, but I'm going to try. Heather, you're welcome. You guys, thank you so much for being here. So remember, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. New York time. And before you know it, we're going to be switching. We're going to be going back to daylight savings time soon. All right, the awesome. I'll do the best I can. You have Knew It. Major Arcana. This card represents the star. It represents, it's a positive, it's a yes. You have a renewed feeling for inspiration, hope, healing. You have an optimistic outlook for the future. Positive, yes. More important, it says prosperity will come from what you do best. You have the Prince of Wands. Generally represents an active or enduring situation, a younger male. And it says it's a corresponding card. And all will benefit if they're sincere with heart. The thing about this Knight of Wands is this person is enthusiastic and they have a lot of good ideas. That's what's that's what's fun about them. But they're going to get carried away. They're going to lose interest. They've got to be in charge. You have the Queen of Wands. The Queen, oops, going the wrong directions. Positive, yes card. And the Queen says, do not withdraw from intimidating situations. Adopt witchy glamour. Ooze charm and magic from every pore. Be gilding everyone you meet. She also represents love and money and says to believe in your power and focus on arriving at your destination by yourself. The awesome. And your oracle for the day. Perspective. I hope everybody has a beautiful weekend. Please give my video a like, comment, subscribe, share, thumbs up. When this appears, your situation will benefit from slowing down and holding off on making any decisions. You may not have all the information to ensure that all aspects of the situation are considered. Hold off. My friends, thank you for being here. I hope you have the best weekend ever, and I'll see you in the next video, or I'll definitely see you Monday. Thank you again.